Hello, my dear English learners. Welcome back to English Practice with Julia. I'm Julia, and I'm truly so happy to have you here with me today. If this is your first time here, then let me warmly welcome you. Please feel relaxed and comfortable. You do not need perfect English to join this lesson. You only need a little time, a little patience, and the willingness to learn. And I'll be here to guide you gently, step by step, every single day. We upload a new English learning video every day, so you can keep practicing in a calm, easy, and consistent way without pressure. Today, I want you to think of this lesson as a cozy English conversation, just you and me, learning together in a simple and peaceful way. There is no need to hurry, and there is no need to feel nervous. We are going to gently improve your communication skills, step by step, in a natural and comfortable way. So if you can, please take a pen and some paper and keep them near you. It's not a rule, of course, but it can really help you remember new ideas more easily, and it can help you feel more confident as you practice. Now, today's topic is something very important, something that can truly change your life, and that is how to improve your communication skills. You may already know some English words, maybe even many words. But sometimes it still feels difficult to express your thoughts clearly or to speak naturally in real conversations. And that is completely okay, because communication is not just about words. It is about connection, expression, and confidence. In today's lesson, you will learn how to speak more clearly, how to organize your thoughts, how to respond naturally in daily conversations, and how to feel more relaxed when you communicate in English. We will explore simple but powerful ways to improve using real-life examples, everyday situations, and natural sentence patterns that people really use. You'll begin to notice how small changes in the way you speak can make a big difference in how others understand you, and also in how confident you feel. We will not rush. We will go slowly and gently, so you can truly understand and absorb everything. And of course, we will practice together, because communication is a skill you build step by step. You will hear sentences, you will repeat them, you will imagine real situations, and slowly, you will feel more comfortable expressing yourself in English. Before we begin, may I ask you for one small and kind favor? If you enjoy learning English with me in this calm and friendly way, please subscribe and press the bell icon too. That way, you won't miss our daily lessons, and it also supports me so I can keep creating these gentle lessons for you. Thank you so much. Truly. I really appreciate it. All right then. Take a nice, comfortable breath. Relax your shoulders. Keep your pen and paper ready nearby, and let's begin. Slowly, clearly, and together. Now, let's start by understanding something very simple, but very powerful. Communication is not about speaking perfectly. It is about being understood and also understanding others. And sometimes people think, I need perfect grammar. I need a big vocabulary. I need to speak like a native. But the truth is, you don't need all of that to communicate well. What you really need is clarity, simplicity, and confidence. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you want to say, I went to the market yesterday and bought some fruits, but you feel nervous and your mind becomes blank. So instead, you say, yesterday, I go, market, buy fruits, and you stop, feeling unsure. But here is the important thing. Even with this simple sentence, people can still understand you, and that is communication. Now, let's gently improve this. You can say, yesterday I went to the market and bought some fruits. Repeat that slowly. Yesterday, I went to the market and bought some fruits. Do you see the difference? It's not about being perfect. It's about making your message clearer and more natural. Now I want you to practice with me. Imagine your own day, maybe this morning, maybe yesterday, and try to say one simple sentence like, this morning I had tea, or yesterday I talked to my friend. Say it slowly. Take your time. Good. Very good. This is how communication begins. Small, simple, and real. Now let's go a little deeper. Communication also means listening carefully, not just speaking. When someone talks to you, it is important to really listen, not just to the words, but also to the feeling behind the words. For example, if someone says, I'm really tired today, they are not just sharing information, they are also expressing a feeling. So instead of just saying, okay, you can respond in a more human way, like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you have a long day? Let's practice that together. Repeat after me. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you have a long day? Say it slowly. Feel the emotion. Very nice. This is how communication becomes warm, natural, and meaningful. Now imagine this situation. Your friend tells you, I have an important meeting tomorrow. How can you respond? You can say, that's great. I hope it goes well. Or, good luck. I'm sure you'll do great. Try repeating, I hope it goes well. And then, I'm sure you'll do great. As excellent. You are not just learning English. You are learning how to connect with people. Now let's explore another important idea. Organizing your thoughts. Sometimes you know what you want to say, but the ideas feel messy in your mind and it becomes hard to speak. So here is a simple trick. Think in small steps. First, what is the main idea? Then, add one small detail. For example, main idea. I had a busy day. Now add detail. I had a busy day because I had a lot of work. Repeat with me. I had a busy day because I had a lot of work. Now try your own example. I feel happy because. Complete the sentence. Take your time. Very good. This is how you build clear communication, step by step. Now, let's practice a small real-life conversation. Imagine you meet someone and they ask you, how was your day? Instead of saying just, good, you can say, it was good. I finished my work and relaxed a little. Repeat. It was good. I finished my work and relaxed a little. Now try your own version. It was. And continue. Wonderful. You're doing very well. Let's imagine a simple situation. You want to tell someone about your weekend, But instead of trying to say everything at once, you can break it into small parts, like this. On the weekend, I stayed at home. I watched a movie, and I talked to my friend. Now repeat that slowly with me. On the weekend, I stayed at home. I watched a movie, and I talked to my friend. Do you notice how easy that feels? You are not using difficult grammar. You are just connecting simple ideas, one by one. Now, try your own example. Think about your last weekend and say it slowly, one idea at a time. Very good. This is how you start building confidence, by keeping things simple and clear. Now let's talk about something else that can really improve your communication, and that is using natural connectors. Small words that help your sentences flow better, like and, because, so. For example, instead of saying, I was tired, I went to sleep, you can say, I was tired, so I went to sleep. Repeat after me. I was tired, so I went to sleep. Now another example. I didn't go outside because it was raining. Repeat. I didn't go outside because it was raining. Now try your own sentence. I feel happy because. Complete it slowly. Excellent. You are learning how to connect your ideas naturally, and that is a big step in improving communication. Now let's explore something deeper. Sometimes, communication is not just about what you say, but how you say it, your tone, your feeling, your intention. For example, if someone asks you, "Are you okay?" and you say, "I'm fine," but your voice sounds sad, the other person may feel that something is wrong. So communication is not only words, it is also emotion. Let's practice expressing feeling in your voice. Say this sentence with a calm and happy feeling. I'm really glad to see you. Now say it again, slowly. I'm really glad to see you. Very nice. Now imagine you are tired and say, I'm really tired today. Feel the difference. This is how your voice carries meaning. Now let's move into a real-life situation. Imagine you are talking to a colleague and they say, "Can you help me with this?" Instead of just saying, "Yes," you can say, "Yes, of course. I'll help you." Repeat, "Yes, of course. I'll help you." Or if you are busy, you can say, "I'm a little busy right now, but I can help you later." Repeat that slowly. Good. This is how you communicate clearly and politely. Now let's practice a small conversation together. Imagine someone asks you, "What are you doing these days?" You can answer, "These days, I'm focusing on improving my English and practicing every day." Repeat, "These days, I'm focusing on improving my English and practicing every day." Now make your own answer. "These days, I'm." Continue the sentence. Wonderful. You are doing very well. Now let's go a little deeper again. Sometimes we feel nervous when speaking, and that is very normal, especially when using a second language. But here is a gentle tip. When you feel nervous, slow down, take a breath, and speak one word at a time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to express yourself. Let's practice this together. Say this sentence slowly. I would like to explain something. Take your time. Feel each word. Now again. I would like to explain something. Very good. This is how you build calm and confident communication. Now imagine this situation. You are at a shop and you want to ask for something. Instead of feeling shy, you can say, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Repeat, "Excuse me, can you help me?" Then you can add, "I'm looking for this item," or "Do you have this?" Repeat one of these. Slowly. Excellent. Now you are practicing real communication, not just learning words. Let's start with something simple. Imagine you meet someone and you want to know about their day. Instead of just saying, "Hi," and stopping there, you can ask, "How has your day been?" Repeat slowly. How has your day been? Now another example. What did you do today? Repeat. What did you do today? Very good. These simple questions can open a conversation easily. Now let's go a little deeper. When someone answers your question, don't stop there. You can ask a follow-up question. This shows interest and keeps the conversation flowing. For example, if someone says, "I went to the park," you can ask, "Oh, that sounds nice. What did you do there?" Repeat, "What did you do there?" Now imagine they say, "I walked and listened to music." You can respond, "That sounds relaxing. What kind of music do you like?" Repeat, "What kind of music do you like?" Do you see how the conversation continues? One question leads to another, naturally, smoothly. Now let's practice together. Imagine I say, "I watched a movie yesterday. What can you ask me?" Take a moment, think. You can ask, "What movie did you watch?" Or, "Did you like it?" Repeat one of these questions slowly. Excellent. You are learning how to keep a conversation alive. Now let's explore something even more important. Active listening. Because communication is not only about speaking well, it is also about listening carefully and showing that you understand. When someone is speaking to you, try to really focus on their words and respond in a way that shows you are paying attention. For example, if someone says, "I had a really long day at work," instead of just saying, "Okay," you can say, "Oh, that sounds tiring. What made it so long?" Repeat, "What made it so long?" This kind of response shows that you care, and it makes the other person feel heard. Fine. Now let's practice another situation. Someone says, "I'm learning English these days." You can respond, "That's great. How is it going so far?" Repeat, "How is it going so far?" Very nice. This is how communication becomes interactive, not one-sided. Now let's gently move into another useful skill. Explaining your ideas more clearly. Because sometimes you start speaking, but you feel that your idea is not complete or not clear enough. So here is a simple method. Say your main idea, then add a small explanation. For example, I like studying in the morning because it feels quiet and peaceful. Repeat. I like studying in the morning because it feels quiet and peaceful. Now try your own. I enjoy. And then add, because. Take your time. Wonderful. This is how you expand your sentences naturally. Now let's practice describing something, because describing is a very important communication skill. Imagine you want to describe your favorite place. You can say, my favorite place is a small park near my home. It is quiet, and there are many trees. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own description. My favorite place is, and continue. Very good. You are building your ability to express ideas clearly. Now let's explore a real-life conversation example. Imagine someone asks you, why do you want to improve your communication skills? You can answer, I want to improve my communication skills because I want to speak more confidently and connect better with people. Repeat. I want to improve my communication skills because I want to speak more confidently and connect better with people. Now create your own answer. Start with, I want to improve my communication skills because. Excellent. This is how you express your purpose, clearly and naturally. Let's start with something simple. Instead of trying to create long sentences immediately, you can begin with short reaction phrases. These are very helpful in real conversations. For example, if someone tells you something interesting, you can say, oh, really? Or, that's nice. Or, that sounds interesting. Repeat slowly. Oh, really? That's nice. That sounds interesting. Now imagine someone says, I got a new job. You can respond, that's great. Congratulations. Repeat, that's great. Congratulations. Now imagine someone says, I'm feeling a little tired today. You can respond, oh, I hope you get some rest. Repeat, I hope you get some rest. Very good. These small responses help you stay active in the conversation, even when you are still thinking. Now let's take it one step further. After your short response, you can add a small question. This makes your communication more natural. For example, that's great. Congratulations. What kind of job is it? Repeat. What kind of job is it? Now try another. That sounds interesting. Can you tell me more about it? Repeat slowly. Excellent. Now you are learning how to respond and continue the conversation at the same time. Now let's practice a small conversation together. Imagine I say, I started learning something new this week. You can respond, that's interesting. What are you learning? Repeat. What are you learning? Now imagine I say, I'm learning how to cook. You can respond, that's great. What do you like to cook? Repeat. What do you like to cook? Very nice. You are building natural conversation flow, step by step. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is speaking with confidence, even when you are not sure about your English. Many learners feel, what if I make a mistake? What if people don't understand me? And because of these thoughts, they stop speaking. But here is a gentle truth. Making mistakes is part of communication, and most people don't expect you to be perfect. They just want to understand you. So instead of focusing on mistakes, focus on expressing your idea, even if it is simple. Let's practice this mindset. Say this slowly. It's okay to make mistakes. I am learning. Repeat again. It's okay to make mistakes. I am learning. Very good. This simple thought can change the way you communicate. Now let's move into another important skill. Explaining something step by step. Imagine you want to explain your daily routine. Instead of saying everything at once, you can break it into parts. For example, first, I wake up early, then I have breakfast. After that, I start my work. How? Repeat slowly. First, I wake up early, then I have breakfast. After that, I start my work. Now try your own routine. Use first, then, after that. Take your time. Excellent. This is how you organize your speech clearly. Now let's practice describing an experience. Imagine you want to talk about a recent event. You can say, yesterday, I met a friend. We talked for a long time, and it felt really nice. Repeat, slowly. Now, try your own experience. Yesterday, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning how to share your life in English. Now, let's explore something very powerful, and that is using simple words in a natural way. Sometimes, learners try to use very difficult words, thinking it will sound better, but in real communication, simple words are often the most effective. For example, instead of saying, I am extremely exhausted, you can say, I'm really tired. Repeat, I'm really tired. Instead of, I am delighted, you can say, I'm very happy. Repeat, I'm very happy. Do you see? Simple, clear, and natural. Now let's practice this together. I will say a simple idea, and you repeat it naturally. I'm feeling a little busy today. I need some time to finish this. I'll talk to you later. Very good. You are building natural speaking habits. Let's begin with a very easy practice. Look around you and describe what you see in English, in your mind, or softly out loud. For example, I see a table, I see a chair, I see a window. Repeat slowly. I see a table, I see a chair, I see a window. Now try your own. Look around you and describe 3 things slowly. Very good. This is the first step to thinking in English. Now let's take it a little further. Describe what you are doing right now. You can say, I am listening. I am learning. I am practicing. Repeat. I am listening. I am learning. I am practicing. Now try your own sentence. I am, and continue. Excellent. You are starting to think in English naturally. Now let's move into a real life situation. Imagine you are walking outside and you want to describe what is happening. You can say, people are walking, cars are moving, the weather is nice. Repeat slowly. Now create your own description. People are, I can see, wonderful. This kind of practice helps your brain connect directly with English. Now let's explore something deeper, expressing your opinions. Because communication is not only about facts, it is also about sharing what you think and feel. For example, you can say, I think this is a good idea, or I feel this is important. Repeat. I think this is a good idea. I feel this is important. Now try your own opinion. I think and continue. He's very nice. This is how you express yourself clearly. Now let's practice agreeing and disagreeing in a polite and natural way. If you agree with someone, you can say, yes, I agree. Or, that's true. Repeat. Yes, I agree. That's true. If you want to disagree politely, you can say, I understand your point, but I think differently. Repeat slowly. I understand your point, but I think differently. Very good. This helps you communicate respectfully. Now let's move into another useful skill, giving simple explanations. Imagine someone asks you, why are you learning English? You can answer, I'm learning English because I want to speak with more people and understand more content. Repeat slowly. Now create your own answer. I'm learning English because, excellent. You are expressing your purpose clearly. Now let's practice a short conversation. Imagine someone asks you, what do you like to do in your free time? You can answer, in my free time, I like to watch movies, listen to music, and relax. Repeat. Now try your own answer. In my free time. Wonderful. This is how you talk about your life naturally. Now let's explore something very important, using pauses while speaking. Sometimes you feel pressure to speak quickly, but speaking slowly with small pauses actually makes your communication clearer. For example, say this sentence slowly. I think this is a good opportunity to learn something new. Or repeat and notice the pauses. Very good. These pauses give you time to think and make your speech more natural. Now let's practice another sentence. I would like to improve my communication skills, step by step. Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are learning to control your speaking rhythm. Now let's move into another real-life situation. Imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. You can say, hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is, and then introduce yourself. Repeat. It's nice to meet you. Now continue. My name is. Very good. Now imagine they ask you, what do you do? You can answer, I am learning English, and I am working on improving my communication skills. Repeat slowly. Wonderful. You are practicing real communication situations. Now, let's continue gently and explore another very important part of communication, and that is describing your thoughts in a more detailed and expressive way. Because sometimes you can say a simple sentence, but you may feel that it is too short or not complete enough. So here is a simple idea. You can expand your sentences by adding small details, one step at a time. For example, instead of saying, "I had a good day," you can say, "I had a good day. I finished my work and I had some time to relax." Repeat slowly. "I had a good day. I finished my work and I had some time to relax." Now try your own sentence. "I had a," and then add one more idea. Very good. This is how you make your communication richer without making it complicated. Now let's go a little deeper and practice talking about your feelings in more detail, because communication is not only about events, it is also about emotions. For example, instead of saying, "I am happy," you can say, "I am happy because I spent time with my family." Repeat, "I am happy because I spent time with my family." Now try your own. "I feel," and then add, "because." Take your time. Excellent. You are learning to express emotions clearly. Now let's explore another important skill: giving examples, because examples make your communication easier to understand. For example, you can say, "I like simple activities." For example, walking in the park or listening to music. Repeat. For example, walking in the park or listening to music. Now try your own sentence. "I enjoy many things." For example, very nice. This makes your communication more natural and clear. Now let's practice describing a person, because this is very common in daily conversations. You can say, "My friend is very kind. She always helps others, and she is very positive." Repeat slowly. Now try your own description. "My friend is," and continue. Wonderful. You are improving your descriptive skills. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is telling short stories, because storytelling is a powerful way to communicate. Even a simple story can make your conversation more interesting. For example, you can say, "Yesterday, I was walking outside and I saw a small cat. It was very cute, and I stopped to watch it for a moment." Repeat slowly. Now try your own short story. Start with "yesterday" and continue. Very good. Storytelling helps you connect ideas naturally. Now let's move into another useful skill: clarifying your message, because sometimes you feel that the other person may not understand you clearly. So you can say, "Let me explain," or "What I mean is." Repeat, "Let me explain." What I mean is. Now, practice using it. What I mean is, I want to improve step by step. Repeat slowly. Excellent. This helps you communicate more clearly. Now let's practice another real life situation. Imagine someone asks you, "Can you explain your plan?" You can say, "Yes, let me explain. First, I will practice every day. Then, I will try to speak more. And after that, I will review my progress." Repeat slowly. Now create your own plan. First, then, after that. Wonderful. You are organizing your ideas clearly. Now let's explore something very important, and that is being polite in communication, because politeness makes your communication more respectful and pleasant. For example, instead of saying, "Give me this," you can say, "Can you please give me this?" Repeat, "Can you please give me this?" Or instead of saying, "I want help," you can say, "Could you help me, please?" Repeat slowly. And very good. This makes your communication softer and more natural. Now let's practice a short conversation. Imagine you are asking for help. You can say, "Excuse me, could you help me with this?" Repeat. Now imagine the person helps you. You can say, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are practicing real communication. Now, let's continue gently and explore something that can make your communication feel more natural and more fluent. And that is reacting in conversations in a more human and expressive way. Because sometimes learners give very short answers, like yes, no, or okay, and the conversation stops there. But when you add a small reaction or a small extra sentence, your communication becomes warmer and more engaging. For example, if someone asks you, "Did you enjoy your day?" Instead of saying only, "Yes," you can say, "Yes, I really enjoyed it. It was a relaxing day." Repeat slowly. "Yes, I really enjoyed it. It was a relaxing day." Now try your own version. "Yes, and continue." Very good. This small change makes a big difference. Now let's take another example. Someone asks you, "Are you busy right now?" Instead of saying, "Yes," you can say, "Yes, I'm a little busy right now, but I can talk later." Repeat slowly. Excellent. This gives more information and sounds more natural. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is showing interest in the other person, because communication is not only about you, it is also about the person you are talking to. When you show interest, people feel comfortable and conversations become smoother. For example, if someone says, "I went on a trip," you can say, "That sounds amazing. Where did you go?" Repeat, "That sounds amazing. Where did you go?" Now imagine they say, "I went to the mountains." You can respond, "That's beautiful. What did you do there?" Repeat slowly. Very good. You are learning how to keep the conversation alive. Now let's practice together. Imagine I say, "I started a new hobby." What can you say? You can say, "That's interesting. What kind of hobby is it?" Each repeat. What kind of hobby is it? Excellent. You are building natural communication flow. Now let's move into another important skill, handling small misunderstandings, because sometimes you may not understand something clearly. And that is completely okay. Instead of staying silent, you can ask politely for clarification. For example, You can say, sorry, could you repeat that? Repeat. Sorry, could you repeat that? Or, I didn't understand. Can you explain it again? Repeat slowly. Very good. This helps you continue the conversation without feeling stuck. Now let's explore something very useful. Rephrasing your sentence. Because sometimes you start speaking, but you feel that your sentence is not clear. So you can say, let me say that again. Or, what I mean is, repeat. Let me say that again. What I mean is, now practice. What I mean is, I want to improve step by step. Excellent. This gives you control over your communication. Now let's move into a real life situation. Imagine you are talking to someone and you forget a word. Instead of stopping, you can describe the idea in a simple way. For example, if you forget the word dictionary, you can say, it's a book where you can find meanings of words. Repeat slowly. Very good. This is a powerful communication skill, expressing ideas even when you don't know the exact word. Now let's practice this together. Imagine you forget the word restaurant. You can say, it's a place where people go to eat. Repeat slowly. Now try your own example. Describe something simple without using its name. Wonderful. You are learning how to think creatively in communication. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is staying calm during conversation. Sometimes, when you feel nervous, your mind becomes fast and your words become unclear. So here is a gentle tip. Slow down, take a breath, and speak one idea at a time. Let's practice this. Say slowly, I just need a moment to think. Repeat again. Very good. This simple sentence can give you time and help you feel more relaxed. Asir, now let's practice another situation. Imagine someone asks you a question and you need time. You can say, that's a good question. Let me think. Repeat slowly. Excellent. Now you are controlling the conversation. Calmly. Sometimes, learners speak in a very neutral way, very short, very direct. But when you add a small personal touch, your communication becomes warmer and more human. For example, instead of saying, I like coffee, you can say, I really like coffee, especially in the morning. It helps me feel fresh. Repeat slowly. I really like coffee, especially in the morning. It helps me feel fresh. Now try your own sentence. I really like, and then add a small detail. Very good. You are making your communication more expressive. Now, let's explore something deeper, and that is sharing your experiences. Because people often connect through shared experiences. For example, you can say, last week, I tried something new. I cooked a different dish, and it was really interesting. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. Last week, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning how to tell simple stories about your life. Now let's move into another important skill, comparing things, because in daily conversations, we often compare ideas, places, or experiences. For example, You can say, I like studying in the morning more than at night because I feel more focused. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own comparison. I like, more than, and continue. Excellent. This helps you express your preferences clearly. Now let's explore something very useful, and that is giving your opinion with a soft tone. Sometimes when you share your opinion, it is better to make it sound gentle and respectful. For example, instead of saying, "This is wrong," you can say, "I think this might not be the best way." Repeat slowly. Or instead of saying, "I don't like this," you can say, "I'm not sure I like this idea." Repeat. Very good. This makes your communication more polite and balanced. Now let's practice a real-life situation. Imagine you are talking with a friend about a movie. You can say, "I think the movie was interesting, but I felt the ending was a little slow." Repeat slowly. Now create your own opinion. I think, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning how to express ideas thoughtfully. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is asking open-ended questions. These are questions that help the other person speak more and share more details. For example, instead of asking, "Did you enjoy your trip?" you can ask, "What did you enjoy most about your trip?" Repeat slowly. Now another example. "How did you feel about it?" Repeat. Very good. These questions make conversations more meaningful. Now, let's practice together. Imagine I say, "I had a very busy week." What can you ask? You can say, "What made your week so busy?" Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are encouraging deeper conversation. Now let's move into another important skill, expressing uncertainty, because sometimes you are not completely sure about something, and that is okay. For example, you can say, "I'm not sure, but I think it's a good idea." Repeat slowly. Or, "Maybe we can try this." Repeat. Very good. This makes your communication more flexible. Now let's explore something very practical, giving suggestions. For example, you can say, "Maybe you can try practicing every day." Repeat slowly. Or, "You could start with simple sentences." Repeat. Excellent. You are learning how to guide and support others through communication. Now, let's practice a short conversation. Imagine someone says, "I want to improve my English." You can respond, "That's great. Maybe you can practice speaking a little every day and listen to simple English regularly." Repeat slowly. Now try your own response. "Maybe you can." Wonderful. You are building supportive communication. Now let's pause again. Take a gentle breath and relax your mind. Now, let's continue gently and explore something that can make your communication much more powerful. And that is using simple storytelling in your daily conversations. Because stories help people understand you better. and they make your communication more interesting and memorable. You don't need to tell long or complicated stories. Even a short and simple story can create a strong connection. And for example, instead of saying, "I was busy yesterday," you can say, "Yesterday, I had a very busy day. I had a lot of work, and I also had to finish something important. But in the evening, I finally had some time to relax." Repeat slowly. Do you notice how this feels more natural, more complete, and more engaging? Now try your own short story. Start with yesterday and add 2 or 3 simple ideas. Take your time. Very good. This is how you begin to speak more naturally. Now, let's go a little deeper and practice adding feelings to your story, because emotions make your communication more real. For example, yesterday, I met an old friend, and I felt really happy because we talked after a long time. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. Yesterday, I felt, and continue. Wonderful. You are making your communication more human. Now let's explore another important skill: describing situations clearly. Imagine you want to explain something that happened. You can describe it step by step. For example, I was walking outside and suddenly it started raining, so I had to find a place to stay. Repeat slowly. Now try your own situation. I was, and continue. Excellent. This helps your listener follow your story easily. Now let's move into something very useful: summarizing your thoughts. Sometimes you talk for a while and you want to finish your idea clearly. You can use phrases like, "So, in the end," or "So basically." For example, "So, in the end, it was a very good experience." Repeat slowly. Now try your own. So, in the end, very good. This helps you close your ideas clearly. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is expressing your goals and plans. For example, you can say, "I want to improve my communication skills, so I plan to practice every day and speak more often." Repeat slowly. Now try your own. I want to, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning to express your future plans. Now let's move into another real-life situation. Imagine someone asks you, "What are your plans for the weekend?" You can answer, "This weekend, I plan to relax, maybe watch a movie, and spend some time with my family." Repeat slowly. Now create your own answer. "This weekend?" Excellent. You are building real-life communication skills. Now let's explore something very important, and that is using simple repetition to improve clarity. Sometimes, repeating a key idea in a slightly different way can make your message stronger. For example, I really want to improve. I want to get better every day. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. I really want, and repeat the idea in a different way. Very good. This makes your communication more clear and expressive. Now let's practice another useful skill: Expressing gratitude. In daily life, saying thank you is important, but you can also make it more meaningful. For example, thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. Thank you. I really appreciate. Wonderful. This adds warmth to your communication. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is being present in the conversation. Sometimes, when you speak, your mind is thinking about mistakes or what to say next, and you stop listening. But real communication happens when you are present, when you listen and respond naturally. So here is a simple practice. When someone speaks, focus on their words and then respond with a simple idea. Let's practice. Imagine someone says, "I had a long day." You can respond, "That sounds tiring. I hope you can rest." Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are connecting with the speaker. So here is a simple idea. Before you speak, take a small moment and think about your main message. What do you really want to say? Then, express that idea in a simple and direct way. For example, instead of speaking in a long and confusing way, you can say, "I would like to share something important," and then explain your idea step by step. Repeat slowly. "I would like to share something important." Now try your own sentence. "I would like to," and continue. Very good. This helps you start your communication clearly. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is emphasizing key ideas. Because sometimes you want to highlight something important in your message. You can use phrases like, "The most important thing is," or "What really matters is." For example, the most important thing is to practice every day. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. The most important thing is excellent. This makes your communication stronger. Now let's move into another useful skill, giving reasons and explanations in a clear way. Sometimes you want to explain why you think something or why you did something. For example, "I chose this method because it feels simple and effective." Repeat slowly. Now try your own. "I chose," and add "because." Very good. You are building logical communication. Now let's explore something very important, and that is avoiding overthinking while speaking. Many learners try to create perfect sentences, and because of that, they stop speaking or feel stuck. But communication is not about perfection. It is about flow. So here is a gentle practice. Say what comes to your mind in a simple way and keep moving forward. Let's practice. Say slowly, "I just want to say what I feel." Repeat again. Very good. This helps you speak more freely. Now let's move into a real-life situation. Imagine you are explaining something to a friend. You can say, "Let me explain this in a simple way. First, we start with the basics. Then, we practice, and slowly, we improve." Repeat slowly. Now create your own explanation. "Let me explain." Excellent. You are organizing your thoughts clearly. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is handling pauses in conversation. Sometimes there is silence, and you may feel uncomfortable, but silence is normal, and you can use it to think. If you need a moment, you can say, "Let me think for a second." Repeat slowly. Or, "Give me a moment." Repeat. Very good. This makes your communication more relaxed. Now let's practice another useful skill, changing the topic smoothly. In conversations, sometimes you want to move to a new topic. You can say, "By the way," or "Speaking of that." For example, "By the way, have you tried something new recently?" Repeat slowly. Now try your own. "By the way." Excellent. This helps you guide the conversation. Now let's explore something very practical, expressing agreement with more detail. Instead of just saying, "I agree," you can say, "Yes, I agree. That makes a lot of sense." Repeat slowly. Or, "I agree. I feel the same way." Repeat. Very good. This adds depth to your response. Now let's move into another real-life situation. Imagine someone shares an idea. You can respond, "That's a great idea. I think it can really help." Repeat slowly. Now, create your own response. "That's a great idea." Wonderful. You are learning to respond naturally. Let's imagine a very common situation. You meet someone and start a conversation. Sometimes the hardest part is just beginning. So here is a simple way to start. You can say, "Hi, how are you today?" Or, "Hey, how has your day been so far?" Repeat slowly. How has your day been so far? Now imagine the person answers, "It's been a bit busy." You can respond, "Oh, I see. What have you been working on?" Repeat slowly. Very good. You are learning to continue the conversation naturally. Now let's explore another daily situation, talking about your routine. If someone asks you, "What do you usually do in the morning?" You can answer, "In the morning, I usually wake up early, have breakfast, and start my day calmly." Repeat slowly. Now try your own answer. "In the morning, I usually." Excellent. This helps you talk about your daily life easily. Now let's move into another common situation, making small talk. Small talk is simple conversation, but it is very important for building connections. For example, you can talk about the weather. "The weather is really nice today." Or, "It feels a bit cold today." Repeat slowly. Now imagine someone says, "Yes, it's a bit cold." You can respond, "Yes, I think it might rain later." Repeat. Very good. Small talk helps you feel more comfortable in conversations. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is asking about someone's interests. You can say, "What do you like to do in your free time?" Repeat slowly. If they answer, "I like reading books," you can respond, "That's interesting. What kind of books do you enjoy?" Repeat, "Excellent. This shows curiosity and interest. Now let's practice together. Imagine I say, I enjoy listening to music. What can you ask me? You can say, what kind of music do you like? Repeat slowly. Wonderful. You are building natural conversation skills. Now let's move into another important situation, giving your opinion in a discussion. For example, you can say, in my opinion, practicing every day is very important. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. In my opinion, very good. This helps you express your thoughts clearly. Now let's explore something very useful, and that is responding when someone gives you feedback. Sometimes someone may correct you or give advice, and it is important to respond positively. You can say, thank you for your feedback. I will try to improve. Repeat slowly. Or, I appreciate your suggestion. That's helpful. Repeat. Excellent. This shows a positive attitude. Now, let's move into another real-life situation, making a simple request. For example, you can say, could you please help me with this? Repeat slowly. Or, can you explain this to me? Repeat. Very good. This makes your communication polite and clear. Now, let's explore something deeper. And that is ending a conversation politely. Sometimes you need to finish a conversation, but you want to do it in a friendly way. You can say, it was nice talking to you. I hope we talk again soon. Repeat slowly. Or, I need to go now, but it was great speaking with you. Repeat. Excellent. This leaves a positive impression. Now, let's practice a short, full conversation. Imagine you meet someone. You start with, hi, how are you? Then you ask, what have you been doing? Then you respond. And finally, you end with, it was nice talking to you. Try to imagine this conversation and say it slowly, step by step. Wonderful. You are practicing real communication. Let's start with a very simple situation. You are speaking, and suddenly you forget a word. Instead of stopping completely, you can pause and say, I can't remember the exact word, but I mean, and then describe the idea. Repeat slowly. I can't remember the exact word, but I mean. Now try your own version. Imagine you forgot a word and continue the sentence. Very good. This helps you stay in the conversation. Now let's explore another situation when you don't understand what someone said. Instead of staying silent, you can say, sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again? Repeat slowly. Or, could you speak a little more slowly? Repeat. Excellent. This helps you stay engaged without feeling nervous. Now, let's move into another important moment, when you need time to think. Instead of feeling pressure, you can say, let me think for a moment. Or, that's an interesting question. Repeat slowly. Very good. These small phrases give you time and make you sound natural. Yeah, now let's explore something deeper, and that is correcting yourself while speaking. Sometimes You say something, and then you realize you want to change it. You can say, sorry, what I meant was, repeat slowly. For example, I went there on Monday. Sorry, what I meant was Tuesday. Repeat. Excellent. This helps you adjust your message clearly. Now let's practice a real-life conversation situation. Imagine someone asks you a question, and you are not sure about the answer. You can say, I'm not completely sure, but I think, repeat slowly. Now try your own. I'm not completely sure. Very good. This shows honesty and confidence at the same time. Now let's explore another useful skill, keeping the conversation going even when you feel stuck. If you don't know what to say, you can ask a simple question. For example, what do you think about it? Repeat slowly. Or, how do you feel about that? Repeat. Excellent. This shifts the conversation naturally. Now, let's move into another important idea, staying positive in communication. Sometimes you may feel frustrated or tired, but keeping a positive tone can make your communication better. For example, instead of saying, this is too difficult, you can say, this is challenging, but I will keep trying. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own positive sentence. This is, and continue. Wonderful. This helps you build confidence. Now, let's explore something deeper, and that is being patient with yourself. Communication is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time to improve. So when you make mistakes or feel slow, remind yourself, I am learning, step by step. Repeat slowly. Very good. This mindset is very important. Now let's practice another real-life situation. Imagine you are talking to someone, and the conversation becomes quiet. Instead of feeling uncomfortable, you can gently restart by saying, so, what have you been doing recently? Repeat slowly. Or, by the way, have you seen anything interesting lately? Repeat. Excellent. This helps you keep the conversation alive. When you speak with a natural rhythm, your communication becomes easier to understand and it feels more relaxed, both for you and for the listener. Let's start with a simple sentence. I want to improve my communication skills. Now say it slowly, with small pauses. I want to improve my communication skills. Repeat again. Feel the rhythm. Very good. This small change makes your speech clearer. Now, let's take another example. Today, I had a busy day, but I feel satisfied. Now, break it gently. Today, I had a busy day, but I feel satisfied. Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are learning how to control your speaking flow. Well, now let's explore something deeper, and that is stressing important words, because not every word in a sentence has the same importance. For example, in the sentence, I really want to improve my English. The important words are really, improve, and English. So you can say, I really want to improve my English. Repeat slowly. Now try your own sentence and emphasize the key words. Very good. This makes your message stronger. Now let's move into another useful skill, grouping words together. Instead of saying each word separately, you can group them into small chunks. For example, I went to the market and bought some fruits. Repeat slowly. Feel the grouping. Now, try your own sentence. Speak in small chunks. Oh, excellent. This helps your speech sound more natural. Now, let's explore something very practical, and that is using filler phrases naturally. Sometimes you need a moment to think, and instead of staying silent, you can use simple phrases like, well, let me see, or, you know. For example, well, I think it's a good idea. Repeat slowly, or, let me see. I think I can do it tomorrow. Repeat. Very good. These phrases help you stay in the conversation. Now, let's practice a real-life situation. Imagine someone asks you, "What are your plans?" You can say, "Well, I'm not completely sure, but I think I'll relax and maybe watch a movie." Repeat slowly. Now try your own response. Well, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning natural speaking patterns. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is adjusting your speech depending on the situation. For example, when you talk to a friend, you can be more relaxed, more casual. But when you talk in a formal situation, you may speak more carefully and politely. For example, casual. Hey, how's it going? Formal. Hello, how are you today? Repeat both slowly. Now try your own versions, casual and formal. Excellent. This flexibility makes your communication stronger. Now let's move into another important skill, expressing encouragement. Sometimes you want to support someone, and your words can make a big difference. For example, you can say, "You're doing a great job. Keep going." Repeat slowly. Or, "Don't worry, you will improve with practice." Repeat. Very good. This adds positivity to your communication. Now let's explore something very meaningful, and that is listening with patience. Sometimes the other person may speak slowly or make mistakes, just like you. And in those moments, being patient and listening calmly is a powerful communication skill. So when someone speaks, give them time, listen fully, and respond kindly. Let's practice a response. Imagine someone speaks slowly. You can say, "Take your time. I understand." Repeat slowly. Excellent. You are building empathy in communication. Let's imagine a real situation. Someone asks you, "Tell me about your day." Instead of giving a very short answer, you can expand it naturally, like this. "Today, I had a busy day. I worked on a few important tasks. Then I took a short break, and in the evening, I relaxed a little." Repeat slowly. Do you notice how you are simply connecting small ideas, one by one? Now, try your own version. Today, and continue with 2 or 3 simple ideas. Very good. This is how you keep speaking naturally. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is reacting during longer conversations. Because when someone speaks for a longer time, it is important to show that you are listening. You can use small reactions like, I see. That makes sense. That sounds interesting. Repeat slowly. I see. That makes sense. That sounds interesting. These small responses show that you are present and engaged. Now imagine someone is telling you a story. You can respond in the middle. Oh, really? What happened next? Repeat slowly. Excellent. This keeps the conversation alive. Now, let's move into another important skill, connecting your ideas smoothly in longer speech. You can use simple linking phrases like, and then, after that, because of that. For example, I started my day early, and then I went for a walk. After that, I had breakfast. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. Use and then and after that. Wonderful. This helps your speech flow naturally. Oh, now let's explore something very useful, and that is repeating key ideas to stay clear. When you speak for a longer time, repeating your main idea in a slightly different way helps the listener understand you better. For example, it was a busy day. I had a lot of work to finish. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. And repeat your idea. Very good. This keeps your message clear. Now let's move into another real-life situation. Imagine someone asks you, why do you think communication is important? You can answer, I think communication is important because it helps us connect with others, share our ideas, and understand each other better. Repeat slowly. Now try your own answer. I think communication is important because... Excellent. You are expressing complete ideas. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is staying relaxed during longer conversations. Sometimes when you speak for a longer time, you may feel pressure or worry about mistakes. But remember, you can pause, you can breathe, and you can continue. Let's practice this. Say slowly. Let me explain this step by step. Repeat again. Very good. This gives you control over your speech. Now let's move into another useful skill, summarizing your thoughts at the end of a longer conversation. You can say, so, overall, it was a good experience. Or, so, in the end, I learned something new. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. So, overall. Wonderful. This helps you finish your message clearly. Now let's explore something very important, and that is enjoying the conversation. Communication is not just a skill. It is also an experience, a moment you share with someone. So instead of focusing only on your English, try to enjoy the conversation. Listen, respond, and connect. When you enjoy the moment, your communication becomes more natural and more confident. When you learn to express your thoughts more deeply, people understand you better, and conversations become more meaningful. Let's begin with a simple idea. Instead of saying, I like learning English, you can expand it slightly and say, I like learning English because it helps me connect with more people and understand different perspectives. Repeat slowly. Now try your own version. I like, and then add a reason that feels personal to you. Very good. This is how you make your communication more meaningful. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is sharing your reflections about your learning journey. For example, you can say, at first, learning English felt difficult, but over time, I started to feel more comfortable, and now I enjoy the process. Repeat slowly. Now try your own reflection. At first, and continue. Wonderful. You are learning to share your journey. Now let's move into another important skill. Expressing your thoughts about experiences. For example, when I try to speak English, I sometimes feel nervous, but I remind myself that practice will help me improve. Repeat slowly. Now try your own sentence. When I try, and continue. Excellent. This helps you express both feelings and thoughts together. Now let's explore something very useful, and that is giving balanced opinions. Sometimes you want to show both sides of an idea. For example, learning a new language can be challenging, but it is also very rewarding. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own. It can be, but it is also. Very good. This makes your communication more thoughtful. Now let's move into another real-life situation. Imagine someone asks you, how do you feel about improving communication skills? Oh, you can answer, I feel that improving communication skills is very important because it helps me express myself better and feel more confident in conversations. Repeat slowly. Now try your own answer. I feel that. Excellent. You are expressing your thoughts clearly. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is encouraging yourself through your words. Sometimes, the way you speak to yourself affects how you communicate with others. So try to use positive and supportive language, even in your own thoughts. For example, say, I am improving every day. I am becoming more confident. Repeat slowly. Now, create your own positive sentence. I am. Wonderful. This builds inner confidence. Now let's explore another important idea. Being honest in communication. You don't always need perfect answers. You can be honest and simple. For example, I'm still learning, but I'm trying my best. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own. I'm still learning. Very good. Honesty makes communication real. Now, let's move into another useful skill, expressing appreciation in a thoughtful way. For example, I really appreciate this conversation. It helps me learn and grow. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. I really appreciate. Excellent. This adds depth to your communication. Now let's explore something very meaningful, and that is staying connected during deeper conversations. Sometimes conversations become more thoughtful and slower, and that is okay. In those moments, listen carefully, respond gently, and share your ideas clearly. Let's begin with a simple idea: daily speaking practice. You don't always need another person to practice. You can speak to yourself, describe your day, your thoughts, or your plans. For example, you can say, "Right now, I am practicing English. I am trying to speak clearly, and I am improving step by step." Repeat slowly. Now, try your own version. Right now, and continue. Very good. This simple habit can make a big difference. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is creating small daily routines for communication. For example, every morning you can say a few sentences about your plan. Today, I will focus on my work. I will also practice English, and I will try to stay positive. Repeat slowly. Now try your own morning plan. Today, and continue. Wonderful. You are building a daily speaking habit. Now let's move into another important practice: reviewing your day. At the end of the day, you can speak a few sentences. Today, I learned something new. I spoke a little more, and I feel more confident. Repeat slowly. Now try your own reflection. Today, excellent. This helps you track your progress. Now let's explore something very useful, and that is listening as part of communication. When you listen to English, try to notice how people speak, how they connect words, and how they express ideas. Then, try to repeat those patterns in your own way. Let's practice. Say slowly, "I am listening carefully and learning from it." Repeat. Very good. This builds your understanding. Now, let's move into another powerful idea: shadowing practice. When you hear a sentence, repeat it immediately. Try to follow the rhythm, the tone, and the flow. For example, "I am learning to communicate more clearly." Repeat slowly. Now repeat again with a natural rhythm. Excellent. This strengthens your speaking ability. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is building confidence over time. But at the beginning, you may feel slow or unsure, but with daily practice, your words will come more easily. So remind yourself, I am improving every day. I am becoming more confident. Repeat slowly. Now try your own positive sentence. I am becoming. Wonderful. This strengthens your mindset. Now let's move into a real-life situation. Imagine you are speaking with someone and you feel more comfortable than before. You can say, I feel more confident now. I can express my ideas better. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. I feel excellent. You are recognizing your progress. Now let's explore something very important, and that is enjoying the learning process. When you enjoy practicing, you stay consistent, and improvement happens naturally. So instead of thinking, I have to practice, think, I want to practice because it helps me grow. Repeat slowly. Very good. This changes your perspective. Now let's gently bring everything together. You have learned how to speak clearly, how to listen carefully, how to respond naturally, how to ask questions, how to express your thoughts, and how to stay confident. All of these small skills come together to form strong communication. Sometimes, when you speak, you may notice that you repeat certain words, or you stop often, or you feel unsure in the middle of a sentence. And this is completely normal. But instead of judging yourself, simply notice it and gently adjust. For example, if you often stop and say, or, you can slowly replace that with a calm pause. Instead of saying, I, want to say something, you can say, I want to say something with a soft pause. Repeat slowly. Feel the calm pause. Very good. This makes your speech feel more confident. Now let's explore something deeper, and that is choosing simple and clear words when you speak, because sometimes learners try to use difficult vocabulary, and that makes communication harder. But real communication is often simple and natural. For example, instead of saying, I am experiencing a high level of fatigue, you can say, I feel very tired. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. Take a simple idea and express it in the easiest way. That's excellent. This makes your communication more effective. Now let's move into another important skill, finishing your sentences clearly, because sometimes you start speaking, but your sentence feels unfinished. So try to complete your thought, even if it is simple. For example, instead of saying, yesterday, and stopping, you can say, yesterday, I went outside and I felt relaxed. Repeat slowly. Now, try your own. Yesterday, and complete the idea. Wonderful. This builds strong communication habits. Now, let's explore something very meaningful, and that is being comfortable with silence. Sometimes there is a pause in the conversation, and you may feel the need to fill it quickly. But silence is natural. It gives both people time to think and to breathe. So instead of feeling uncomfortable, accept the silence and continue when you are ready. Let's practice. Say slowly, I'm thinking about it. Repeat again. Very good. This gives you control over the moment. Now let's move into another powerful idea. And that is being yourself when you communicate. You don't need to sound like someone else. You don't need perfect sentences. You just need to express your thoughts in your own way. For example, you can say, I may not speak perfectly, but I am expressing myself. Repeat slowly. Now try your own. I am, and continue. Excellent. This builds true confidence. Or now, let's explore something deeper, and that is enjoying small improvements. Maybe today, you spoke one sentence more than yesterday. Maybe you felt a little less nervous. Maybe you understood something more clearly. These small changes are real progress. So take a moment and say, I am improving, step by step. Repeat slowly. Very good. This strengthens your motivation. Now let's move into another important practice: imagining real conversations. You can create simple situations in your mind and practice speaking. For example, imagine you meet someone and you say, "Hi, how are you?" Then you continue, "What have you been doing recently?" And you respond naturally. Take a moment, imagine this conversation, and say it slowly. Wonderful. This prepares you for real life situations. Now, let's explore something very practical, and that is staying calm when you make mistakes. Mistakes are not a problem. They are part of your learning. So when you make a mistake, simply continue and keep speaking. Let's practice. Say slowly, "It's okay. I will keep going." Repeat again. Excellent. This mindset helps you grow. Now let's gently bring everything together. You have practiced speaking clearly, listening carefully, asking questions, responding naturally, expressing thoughts, handling difficult moments, and building daily habits. All of these skills come together to form strong and confident communication. And now, as you continue your journey, remember something simple. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present, to speak, to listen, and to connect. And every time you do that, you are improving, naturally, step by step. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It truly means a lot. And I hope you feel a little more confident, a little more relaxed, and a little more ready to express yourself in English. As you continue your journey, remember that communication is not something you rush. It is something you build slowly, gently, and naturally every single day. Even if you speak just a few sentences, even if you make small mistakes, you are still improving. And that progress matters more than perfection. So keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself, because you are capable of expressing your thoughts, your ideas, and your voice in a clear and meaningful way. And I will be here with you, guiding you step by step in a calm and simple way every day. If you enjoyed this lesson and you would like to continue learning together, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so you never miss our daily practice sessions. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and carry this calm confidence with you into your day. I'll see you in the next lesson.